Hey guys, it's Krystle back at it again with another video, and as promised, today I'm going to be walking you guys through the honor section of the Common Application, and I'm going to be going over every one of the honors and awards that I personally included on my college applications, and basically describing why I chose to include each one of them, and to describe them in the ways that I did, which did end up helping me be accepted to my dream school, Columbia University, where I applied early decision. Obviously, I wasn't in the room with the admissions officers when they were deliberating over my application or deciding to accept me, but I did spend hours upon hours reading everything I could get my hands on about college admissions, about what Columbia was looking for, about how to fill out the honors section of the Common App specifically, and just researching. I poured my heart into this application, and this is what I came up with. My intention in showing you guys my honors and awards specifically is definitely not in any way to brag, and I'm just hoping that I can maybe help you guys a little bit by showing you what the profile of one accepted Columbia student looks like, and maybe even offer some form of inspiration. Some people might have way more awards than me, and some people might have fewer awards than I did, and neither is wrong or right. They're all completely okay. It's just what you personally want to do. Every single honor that I'm listing here, I never pursued it just for the sole purpose of getting into college or boosting my college applications, but instead because I wanted it and pursued it and was extremely lucky and grateful to receive it. Of course, the honor section is just one part of the entire application, so I also already have videos out on reading my Common App essay, going over my extracurricular activities, revealing my stats. I'm sure you guys are just itching to know those. I know I was always really curious back in the day, and hopefully you guys can be sure to go through every single one of those when you're done watching this video to make sure that you get the full picture. So you can check all of those out, and let me know in the comments what other kinds of videos would be helpful to those of you who are applying to college soon. But before we get started, don't forget to follow me on social media, hit that notifications bell, and of course, subscribe to my channel! In fact, if you subscribe to my channel and you go to the link down below in the description box and you type your email address in there and you type I entered in the comment section, then you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a free essay critique, which you can use for anything, even college application essays. It takes 5 seconds to enter, and I pick someone every 30 subscribers. It's a completely free critique that you can use for high school, college, anything else that you need or can think of, so why not enter? And I know that a lot of you guys are at least starting to write your college essays for applications this fall, so I'm sure there are some of you out there who could greatly benefit from a free college essay critique. So hit me up, you guys! And finally, be sure to share this video with your friends. Friends help friends, and hopefully this video can help you all figure out exactly the best ways to fill out the honor section of the Common Application, so be sure to share this video with everyone that you know. Of course, before you can do that, you have to actually watch the video, so let's dive right in. So first of all, the way you actually find the honor section of the Common App is by going into the Education tab over here on the sidebar on the left side of your screen. If you have no idea what you're looking at or what I'm doing over here, you should definitely peep my overall guide to the Common App first, but if you're feeling pretty comfortable, then we're going to scroll down to the honor section right here, and when I click on it, you can see that you can add up to 5 different possible awards, honors, accolades, and any other forms of recognition you might have received in your life so far. As it says here in the instructions, if you have received any honors related to your academic achievements, beginning with the 9th grade or international equivalent, please indicate number of honors. If you received more than 5, please add the 5 most important to you. So as you can see, I did fill out the full 5 here, and I really do recommend doing your level best to list 5 honors. Even if you don't have a full 5 yet, I'm making this video in the summer so that even if you're a rising senior, you still have plenty of time to go out there and try and rack up some more awards and honors, or participate in research or publications, and just try and make sure that you're able to fill out the whole 5, because it's not too many, and colleges really like to see a nice, fully stacked list. And if you guys need any help in finding any kinds of opportunities to just rack up a couple more honors between now and when you actually are going to be applying to college, I am just an email or social media DM away. So anyway, you might have noticed that all the honors I listed here are academic in nature. Now, if you've been keeping up with my videos, you might know that I also did several extracurricular activities when I was in high school, like playing the harp or dancing ballet. But the honors section isn't actually the best place to list awards won for those kinds of activities. Instead, as you can see in my video on the activity section of the Common App, that's where you can list all the awards you might have won for other things outside of school, like the arts or community service. However, here in the honor section, we are mainly just sticking to academic awards, just because that's what the Common App and colleges are actually looking for. And a good rule of thumb is to label them from most to least important to you from 1 through 5. And as you can see, the first one that I listed was one that I've mentioned a couple times before in my videos, which was that I have participated in the National Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. As you guys know, I'm a huge creative writing nerd, and at the time of applying to college, I had a national gold medal for my writing, as well as regional gold and silver keys, which are basically just Scholastic's term for regional medals. The Scholastic Art and Writing Awards are an amazing opportunity for anyone who does pretty much any form of writing or visual arts, because you can submit as many pieces as you want in as many categories as you can possibly imagine, like short story or flash fiction, which I won my medals in. I had won another after I applied to colleges, so I couldn't actually include it here. And then for art, they have things like sculpture and painting and drawing and just so many other categories. So really great opportunity. Definitely take note of that one. Anyway, the next honor I listed was also on the creative writing spectrum, since that was my main focus in shaping my applications, and I had listed creative writing as the major I wanted to pursue at Columbia. So I really worked to tailor the awards I was listing to that understanding and to the narrative I was creating. So I think that came through at Scholastic, and then the second award was from Embracing Our Differences, which is this amazing foundation that encourages students and non-students alike to send in their original quotes and visual artwork on the theme of bringing people together and celebrating what makes us different instead of forcing us to all be the same. It's an international competition, and as you can see, I did list an approximate amount of participants, which you always want to include if the information is available to you, so the colleges you're applying to can get a sense of the scale of the award that you're including. And then once again, the third award I listed had to do with writing, though this time it was a little more expository than creative. So this was the Daughters of the American Revolution Christopher Columbus Essay Contest, NJ State First Place Winner, as I put it. Now, this is a pretty interesting essay competition. It's held each year at the state level, and the task is to write a research paper about Christopher Columbus. The exact question actually changes each year, and in my year it is about transportation and what modern technology Columbus could have most benefited from in his journey. And then if you do well on the state level, your essay goes on to national judging and can potentially win even more. Then numbers 4 and 5 are really standard, basic academic recognitions that probably a lot of you are already familiar with. So National Merit Semifinalist and AP Scholar with Honor. I actually ended up reaching higher levels of both of these awards after I was done applying to college. I was very lucky to ultimately be named a National Merit Scholarship winner. So I could definitely make a whole video on how that whole process works if you guys want. So just let me know down in the comments below. Now, a lot of people do end up getting these awards, so I knew I didn't necessarily want to make them the focal point of my application, but I did want to use them in the honor section to say, okay, colleges, I have these awards, but then I also have these other honors that are maybe more related to my personal areas of interest, like creative writing and academic writing. So I think that the first 3 really took center stage here. Finally, I think it's important to talk a little bit here about the activities section of the Common App. And if you go check out my last video, you can see that it was all about the activities section, so definitely make sure to go check that one out so you can get the full story. If you do watch it, you'll see how I discussed that the activities section of my Common App was really working in tandem with the awards and honors section. For instance, one of the very first activities that I listed was my love for creative writing. And as you can see here, a pretty big chunk of the awards that I listed were creative writing honors or writing honors of some sort. So I could actually use the activities section to list the awards and honors that I had in creative writing that I couldn't fit in the honors section or that I didn't think necessarily belonged here. This is a great hack for if you have more than just 5 honors to list. You can just fit them into the descriptions of the activities that you do outside of school so that they're in the descriptions and you can put them in there, and then you can also kind of have your honor section for what you really feel are your main big kahunas in the awards world. You might be writing just the tiniest little description, but you still wanted to show that A, the honor or activity that you're listing has the potential to look impressive on your resume, and B, that it can add to the narrative of who you are as an applicant and what you'll bring to the community and the campus at Columbia or any other college that you might want to apply to. And that's what I want you guys to be thinking about when you're filling out your college applications. So that's all the advice I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please let me know down in the comments below whether I was able to help you guys with finding maybe new awards and honors, or if I was able to help you guys with describing those honors in effective ways. And also let me know down in the comments what kinds of extracurricular and academic activities you guys are doing. I love that we're building this little corner of the internet together, and I'm always so interested to find out what you guys are passionate about. You can always get in touch with me at my email or over social media for academic consulting, application help, and or essay critiques, so do not hesitate to get in touch if you need help wading through this whole gigantic forest that makes up college admissions. Best of luck to you all, and please don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to give it a like, hit that notifications bell so you're updated next time I post, and of course subscribe to my channel. The next video will be coming very soon. Bye for now, you guys. So definitely I know some of you guys are, but before we get started, don't forget going through my activities that I did. So as you can see, I did list, and also let me note it down. It might be just the tiniest little activity, but you still want to make sure that the activity, it might be just a tiny little description. You might be writing just the tiniest little description, but you might be writing just the tiniest little description. The honor or activity that you're listing has the potential to look, you might be writing the tiniest little activity. You might be writing the tiniest little description. You might be writing the